Morning talk on Salam Media with me, Mario Mukwanda. And it is time for our hit list. And my hit list for today is Halima Ayanda Nangalembe, founder of Halima and Company. She's an entrepreneur and young Black creative Muslim woman whose significant amount of her adult years was spent in the city of Johannesburg. She is on the other side of the stream to share about herself as well as her company. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Halima, and shukran for joining me.
Walaikum salam, Mariam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, all good. And yourself?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
All right. Nice to meet you, Halima, even though it's on the other side of the stream and not personally, but yeah, we're still meeting each other. Now,
Yes,
tell us
yes.
about yourself. Tell us about who is Halima Ayanda Nangalembe, also known as Chimwemwe Ayanda on Facebook.
Okay, Chimemo Ayanda Halima. I grew up in a township called Sebokeng, but I grew up in a small plot that was previously sponsored by an Indian community who wanted to start a community of Black Muslims. So I grew up there, and I went to Roshni Islamic School from grade 1 to grade 12, where my school fees was sponsored. After I matriculated, I went to the Lady Aisha College, where I studied leadership course, women in leadership, as well as making homemade stuff. After 2014, 2016, I studied with Activate Leadership to because I was a community activist. Obviously, I studied with them on how to be a great leader. So that's who I am. I'm well educated about the community and wanting to make a difference in a community of Black Muslims. So that's who I am basically. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Now, how did Halima and company start? And tell us a bit about the company. What is it all about, and what does the company do?
So Halima and Company started December 2019. I was in recovering from depression, and I wanted to understand what's my purpose in this world, really. And I did a istihara where I actually really wanted to know where should I go, what should I do actually, because I didn't manage to go to university to actually study something. So after I did the istihara that night, I got a dream that the dream was my name, Halima, printed in African print. And it was an African print, and the voice in the background kept on saying, "Show them how beautiful they are, show them how beautiful they are." And that's when Halima and Company started. I started understanding that the dream actually was leading me to the African Muslim community and showing them how beautiful they are. So Halima and Company, I registered it January 2020, just before the pandemic, and I couldn't do any much because of the pandemic. But I actually started learning hand embroidery, which then later actually benefit the company because we offer hand embroidery classes for children. We also have products that are made by African Muslims. We access their services by actually putting together a machine embroidery. Anyone who's really good with hands. So if you're good with machines, if you're good with machine embroidery, if you're good with anything, I make a product out of your skill. So I've managed to make products that are here, these two,
Mm-hmm.
by accessing the services of African Muslims. And that's what the company is all about. It's all about bringing the African Muslims together in order for them to actually access each other's services and businesses. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
I think the Halima and Company is all about for now. I'm hoping that it will grow from what it is to something bigger than it is right now.
Mm-hmm. Inshallah,
Yes,
may Allah
inshallah.
make it grow from strength to strength. Now,
Mhm.
tell us about the pieces there that you have behind you. If you don't mind, just bringing that one closer to the screen for
Okay.
our audience to see.
Okay. Okay. These
Now,
are
what
basically
inspired
fabric
these?
art. This is
Mm-hmm.
fabric art. One of them is written Allah. I think you can see on this side.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
the opposite side, yeah. But one is written Allah and one is written Muhammad. This
Mm-hmm.
would normally look in a more Turkish design, but I changed it to more be more African to reflect the presence of African Muslims, because I feel the biggest challenge in South Africa as a black Muslim is to be able to always explain yourself why you black and why you Muslim. Whereas you can
Mm-hmm.
go to Malawi and it's normal that there are black Muslims in Malawi, that it's normal that there are black Muslims all over Africa except South Africa. So the frames obviously give us that look of what it is to be a South African Muslim, and um, really making it more accommodated of who we are, rather than actually seeing Islam in a Turkish or in any other design way, but in a way that we understand as the Black Muslims of South Africa. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, please hold
Yes.
it up again and just tell us a little bit about the fabric that you have used there, and how did you go about choosing the fabric and the design, etc.
Okay, so when I did these frames, I recently opened an office for Halima and Company in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's my humble beginnings, Alhamdulillah. And I actually had an idea that since I have an office for myself, as a black Muslim, what would I want as a female black Muslims in my office? And I really wanted something that's more feminine, but African at the same time, because I am an African Muslim, obviously. And that's how I came up with these different colors, just to have a little, to give my office a little bit more touch, and my bedroom a lot of more touch, so it could actually fit in a bedroom, in an office, in any kind of setting, for as long as you know how to actually put it around your house or wherever you want
Mm-hmm.
it to be. So yeah, that's the idea I had when I actually made these this collection.
All right, I'm gonna beautiful pieces there, and I'm gonna show you a piece of the one that I did, similar to that as well.
Okay.
So we kind of on the same, similar wavelength there. So yeah, we creatives out here. Uh, uh, but let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced along the way, in your life and starting the company, etc.
Well, my biggest challenge was actually not the big challenge as my company is not being able to access the African Muslims in my community or around me to be able to buy my products.
Mm-hmm.
And the other challenge is people misunderstanding the product, thinking that maybe we're trying to discriminate ourselves or isolate ourselves as Black Muslims by actually making our own products. But it's really that's a challenge for me. I feel like that's a challenge where I actually people question what the product is and why we saying African Muslim. Whereas saying African Muslim is not actually really isolating yourself from the other Muslim community, but it's actually saying I stand out as a black Muslim, because in my country it's not normal for a person to be
Mm-hmm.
black and be Muslim. Yes. So that's the challenge. Getting clients and people understanding the product. But I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure we'll get there. It takes time to actually really introduce a product to the market. It's a product that is started from scratch. It's not a product that you could actually buy from any kind of store. You know, it's a product that is new to the market. Obviously, we always have to explain ourselves. What is it all about, and how a person can actually feel comfortable in buying the product without actually feeling like, no, it's only about a certain group of people. But you're actually really empowering the people, empowering the African Muslim community by buying this product, because with the profits that I make from these products, I don't use it for myself. I offer hand embroidery classes for children, so sometimes I do it for free in communities that need this kind of change or this kind of skill that I feel they need it without them paying, so yeah,
Mm-hmm.
alhamdulillah, that's so far what challenges I've come across.
Mm-hmm. And
Yes.
you mentioned the how. It's always like, why do we have to keep on explaining ourselves as Black Muslims in South Africa? Because when you look at other religions, I don't know if people explain themselves as
Hmm,
much as
at
we have
all.
to explain. Like,
At
I'm Black
all.
Muslim, but I am still a South African. I am still Zulu. I'm still Xhosa. I'm still whatever it is, but I'm still the same person. Why do I have to always be explaining myself? And can't I just live my life like anyone else would be living their
Mhm,
lives, just
mhm,
within the
mhm,
boundaries
mhm.
of Islam? And
Yes, yes.
Hajra Mutawung Appa Hajra is loving the interview. Shukran for
Uh,
tuning in, Appa.
Thank you
And
so much, Abba, for tuning in.
so, talking about we've spoken about your art pieces there. Now, what are some of your favorite pieces? I do believe you have done T-shirts as well.
Yes, yes, I've done t-shirts. I actually love my hand embroidery pieces more than my machine embroidery because it's the
Mm-hmm.
effort that I take in making them. I recently did this piece.
Mm-hmm.
it's written "Free the People of Allah," just that the frame is,
Yes.
but it's actually showing that even as a black Muslim, I relate to being Muslim as being part of a whole community of Muslims. So free the people of Allah is basically asking um, whoever is it that's in charge of the system of Palestine to please free the people of Palestine. It's been too long. It's been too
Mm-hmm.
long, and I feel like that this is my favorite piece because it speaks to the heart of every Muslim, that you know
Mm-hmm.
what, we've been wanting Palestinians to be free, and let's just free those people. They need the freedom to just to be a Muslim, and I think being South African Muslim and being Palestinian Muslim is almost the same, because as South African Muslims we have the thing of free me for just being myself and being
Mm-hmm.
Muslim. It's the same thing the Palestinians are going through. They're just saying, I want to be freely Muslim in my own country, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, this is my favorite piece, obviously. All the other pieces are my favorite, but it's mostly for the black Muslims. I want to see my frames in each and every black Muslim home to be able
Mm-hmm.
to actually see that I'm actually making a difference, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, Halima, please stay with us. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Centralized world, where institutions held the all important data and confirmed all transactions. Those times are over. Welcome to Libertas Group, a blockchain developing company boasting an ecosystem that continually redefines the way we do business. Our blockchain is decentralized, making it immune to hacking or alteration, putting the power back in your hands with no middleman so you can focus on the growth of your business. Libertas, the simplest investment choice you'll make.
Decades of war, devastating drought, and economic collapse have pushed the Afghan people to the edge of survival. 24 million need life-saving aid, and 5 million children are knocking on famine's door. The world cannot just watch as this terrible crisis unfolds. With your support, the Al Imdad Foundation is delivering emergency relief to the Afghan people. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
It's the most exclusive event of the year, the Randary Jewelers Gold Souk Weekend. Fantastic deals on gold earrings, diamond rings, wedding jewelry, and so much more. Treat yourself to a relaxing foot massage, gorgeous henna application, or indulge in our delicious high tea. Join us on the 30th and 31st of July at the Houghton Golf Club in Houghton, Johannesburg. Follow Randary Jewelers on Instagram for more details. Randary Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
11:47, you're listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media, and my hit list for today is a young creative Black Muslim woman, Halima Ayanda, who is also known as Chimwemwe Ayanda on Facebook. If you are following her, then great, and if you are not, you might want to start now. She's a young creative doing creative and beautiful things indeed.
Mhm.
Now, I'd show you guys my art piece, but yeah, no, we'll save that for another day. I'll send it to Halima. Halima can see it. All right, Halima, shukran for staying with us now. Let's talk about youth and empowerment because you do empower the youth with some of your projects. And why is youth empowerment important to you?
I feel that when I was getting sponsored in from grade 1 to grade 12 and from after matric going to Lady Asher College, I was being empowered to actually empower the youth of my community. And my community is African Muslims. And I feel that a lot of young African Muslims are leaving the fold of Islam. And I feel like there's someone who needs to hold them, who needs to uh, motivate them into really you are following a good religion, whatever you're doing is good, and it's something that you need to stay with, because I've been misled for a long time, and I feel like if I had someone who was empowering me, I wouldn't have actually been misled so badly. And I feel like empowering the youth is the most important thing in order for us as a Muslim community, for us to grow as a Black Muslim community, for us to grow. Because if we're having a lot of people leaving the fold of Islam, we'll end up being the only ones who are still attached to Islam and still understand why Islam is a lifestyle. So that's why I feel that empowering the youth is the best way to actually keep Islam going in South Africa. Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
mashallah. Now, earlier on, you spoke about how, and the how why people always question you, etc. Now my how to you is, how will you get your products to every Black Muslim home? Because I feel like our success is, it's there, it's coming, but somehow it's taking too long to come. So what do we do? What are the steps that we take in order to become a Black successful Muslim in South Africa, and successful Black Muslims in general?
I think in different Muslim communities, European Muslim community, Indian Muslim communities, they have women coming together. The women are making great things to just have an event where there's a gala dinner and they're raising funds for something. I think as a Black Muslim community, especially the women, we need to come together for the sake of our children. I think that's when our community will grow further, because we've been letting the men do so many things. And that's why we are still where we are right now. Yes, we are growing, but we're growing at a very slow pace. But I feel if women are coming together for the sake of the children of tomorrow, for our children, I feel we'll see even my friends will get in every Black Muslim home, because the reflection of Black Muslims on these frames is for your child to actually look at it and say, I am proudly Xhosa and Muslim. When looking at the frame, they can actually get it from home instead of going to madrasa and actually really understanding what it is to be Muslim. In their homes, they'll be able to understand why they are Muslim. So getting the products in every Black Muslim home is actually networking with the Black Muslim women to come together through events, through actually understanding our Blackness and loving ourselves as Black people. So I think eventually we'll get there, but one step at a time, inshallah.
Inshallah, Ameen. And speaking about events, there will be a, gala dinner taking place next week Saturday rather,
Mhm.
at Image Lifestyle Center in Fordsburg, and we had shared details of that earlier on in the year, in the month rather. But if anyone needs some more details, you can send us a message on WhatsApp. The number is 061 7660355. And it's all about Black Muslims coming together to support one another, to showcase what we can achieve and what we are doing, to learn about each other as well. And Halima is doing exactly that. Now, Halima, we do have a game that we play. It's called quick facts, and all you have to do is answer these 5 questions as quickly as possible. So,
Okay.
are you ready?
Okay, let me take a breather. Bismillah, let's go.
All right. So, if you were the president, who would be your deputy?
Oh, on my Facebook.
Anywhere
choose me on my
in
Facebook? Okay.
life.
Karabo K Madiba. She'll be my deputy.
As the president, what would your top priority be?
Giving people land.
Land first. All right. Name three people that you recommend we follow on social media.
You, definitely you, Miriam. And who else? There's a lady that I love the way she dresses. Who I forgot her name. Nontobego. No, it's not Nontobego. I forgot her name. She's on my Facebook. And Sadia K. I think you once interviewed her. I love her
Yes.
content. She just doesn't believe me. I love her content. She's a black Muslim woman that we should follow. I love the way she dresses. I want to meet her one day. Sadia K. Definitely.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. And what is your favorite book?
My favorite book is the Book of Safar by Sheikh Abdul Qadir As-Sufi. Yeah.
And if you were a superhero, what would your superpower be?
To be able to protect children from bad calamities, rape, murder, all these different things. I have very overprotectiveness over children so much. Yes.
All right. Well, I guess you've answered all the questions.
Yay.
Right. There is a comment here again from Abba Hajira Mutawung, and she says that you are doing it, inspiring our young girls. Alhamdulillah. Already power to you, Ndombi. She'll contact you so that you can showcase your items at the upcoming gala dinner on the 30th, which is the gala dinner which I mentioned earlier on.
Yes,
And I'm sure people
yes,
would appreciate seeing your pieces there live
definitely.
in the flesh and
Yes. I'm not even far from
in,
Fort where I stay, so I'll just be there. I'll make sure I'm there, inshallah.
yeah, no, we want to see them. We want to see them. So make sure that you have them there. And
Okay.
where would you like to see Halima and Company in the next few years, inshallah?
I want us to have a Black Muslim kind of center where we
Hmm.
actually can access each other's businesses in one place, because I feel we want to support each other. It's just very hard to say, I don't know the product. I want to support you. I want to see the product. So I want Halima and Company to be able to bring Black Muslims so much together that we end up having a center where we can actually get people coming to us and actually supporting us in a different way. I feel that we need to grow as a Muslim community rather than actually really depending on people to give us grocery in Ramadan or doing something to actually help us out. They could actually come to the center and support the businesses in order for us to empower us as Black Muslims. And I feel my Halima and Company will be part of the center, which means it's going to have machine embroidery machines, as well as hand embroidery classes for children, where it's a skill center. And that's where I want to see it. But the most important thing, I don't want to be alone and having my own factory alone. I want Black Muslims to be around me in the same center. But I can also actually really access Black Muslim halal food that
Mm.
is halal, mkhodu, that's African food that is halal. Because yes, I do love African food, but always the question is, can I get halal African food? So that's where I want to see Halima and Company, inshallah, in the next 5-10 years, having to be part of the center of the Black Muslim community.
I mean, all right. And
Um,
going forward, what is your advice to our viewers, our listeners, our audience? What would you like them to, what would you like to leave them with?
when a Black Muslim, or even if a Black person, even if you don't know if they are Muslim or not, just say wa alaikum assalam if they say assalamu alaikum. It would be very empowering as a Black person if I'm walking, even if I don't look like you. If I say assalamu alaikum, it's just saying peace be upon you. Even if I'm not a Muslim, say wa alaikum assalam. And I think that's the most important part, coming from the rest of South Africa who are not Black Muslim. That's all we need from you. Say wa alaikum assalam, just to recognize me as a Black Muslim and make me feel like I'm freed from actually explaining who I am. And that's what I would like to leave.
All right, beautiful. Halima, before you leave us, how can people contact you should they like to purchase any of your products?
You can like our page at Halima Company on Facebook. I'll definitely answer your messages, or contact me on my cell phone number 081 372 3369. go on my Instagram, follow me. I'll be posting more of my products as time goes, and I would really like to also grow my community on social media for me to be able to have a good recognition and for the business to also grow as well. Inshallah.
Inshallah, Ameen. Halima, I wish you well in your future endeavors, and we'll be looking forward to seeing more from Halima and Company in the near future.
Thank you so much for having me, Mariam. Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be part of the mid-morning talk show.
It's always a pleasure, and have a wonderful day. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
Our hit list for today, Halima Ayanda Nangalembe, a founder of Halima and Company, an entrepreneur and young Black creative Muslim woman. Well, if you have just seen some of her pieces, and if you haven't, you can always follow her on Facebook. She goes by the name of Chimwemwe Ayanda on Facebook. And if you would like to purchase some of her pieces, you can contact her right there. And the number also is 081 372 3369. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. We will be right back.